we are all appreciating it, but how it is impacting internally, because the beauty is not only the outer, but also it is determined by the inner. Once we master the inner, you will be beautiful at any place. But most of the time, the beauty is determined by the external appearance. But here we have a wonderful motivationist and a perfect living example, and the director of Mrs. India, the program, or what we can say, the leader, the pioneer in the field of making a normal woman into Mrs. India. But we have not the normal woman, but the doctor is with us, who is recently has won the crown on for 2019 and 20. She is none other than our Dr. Shobha Devi, obesity and diabetologist. Welcome to both of you, ma'ams.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful. I'll first interact with the Deepali ji. Deepali ji, how do you feel? Because you are a socialite. You always move with the people. Now you lock down yourself to the house. We all know safety of the person is directly proportional to the safety of the society at the present COVID crisis. So how do you see this COVID crisis? Because not only you, but also me, even though I'm a hair transplant surgeon and aesthetic surgeon, I too conduct more than 5 to 6 programs in a day. But we are all, including Dr. Shobha Devi ji, we are all confined ourselves to the home, and we are strictly following the request by the government, and we are all molding ourselves, because we observed in the day-to-day activities we are very busy, and at night times we are confined to the house. But now most of the time we are in the home. So how do you see this? Being a socialite, how do you perceive this COVID crisis, and how beneficial, or how are you making this lockdown period as a beneficial one?
Yeah, see, the first thing that I realized, it is one of the funniest joke going around, is I realized, how the animals are in the cage. So after this crisis, that I have decided that I'm not going to take my daughter to zoo anytime, to show her the animals, because that is what, it started from the animal, and they have made us realize how to sit in the houses and confine yourself inside the boundaries of your house. Of course, it is the world crisis. It has stopped everything. We are not able to get the food delivery. We are not able to do the shopping. No online shopping. So it has limited us, but it has actually helped us to fight our own strength. We have gone back to the old school. Now we are cooking our own meals. We are cleaning our own houses, and we are still surviving. That means whatever the habits that we had were actually unnecessary. So this COVID crisis is definitely has confined us, has limited us on our reach, because as you said, I travel, like I keep traveling all the places and all the year. And I really miss my traveling. I miss getting up early and catching the flight, coming late, running around onto the airports, eating on the airports, and all hush hush. I definitely miss that. But I have recently started enjoying the peace inside the home. I'm really feeling very nice that, and I think I've reached to the point that I don't want to go out anywhere. So COVID-19 has actually had a negative impact when it comes on the economy. But I think the inner economy, and of course the life of the people, it has taken life of so many people. And so yeah, it is definitely negative, but we have to stay with our positive energy to fight this COVID-19. So as you noticed, that I have lost some weight during this COVID-19. I'm taking care of my health, eating healthy food, doing household work. So that is how I look at it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Shobha ma'am, as a obesity specialist and diabetologist, what we can say, diabesity. So obese people are more prone for the diabetes, and also it is a risk factor for many of the health problems. Being a specialist, So many people during this lockdown period are becoming obese. But Deepali ji, a positive attitude person and a self-responsible person, has and not only the outer but also the inner qualities during this lockdown. What do you suggest for the people, those who become obese, and they will increase the people who increase the belly? Not only the, she said,
Yes,
so many
like
positive qualities.
Deepali
So
ma'am was
what do you suggest?
saying, this is time where we are having time to ourselves to introspect. So what I would say is don't get complacent. For my diabetic patients, I tell them don't become complacent, still keep checking your sugars. It's very easy to let it slide. Now you have the time to think about yourself. So think on how you would like to get on with life.
Oh,
And basically, here we see a lot of people, most of the people spend time looking at cookery programs and trying out new dishes. So that is, if you're not careful, that is bound to put on extra weight on you. So some small tips I keep giving people is, yes, when you're eating, go slow, go low. Try to eat a tiny bit lesser than you usually do, and chew your food properly, and always hydrate during this period. Always have some little snacks which are healthy around. I would always say, I'm advising people that you start your day with some hot water and lime juice. So that is, it is an immune boost, as you all know. This is a time to think about how you need to raise your immunity levels. See, the COVID-19 has locked us into our houses because it has been spreading wildly. In the beginning, we saw that it was a lot less than what it is right now. Then mistakes by a few people made it into a huge, big problem for the entire nation. And don't make those mistakes. Those who are under lockdown, be safe, be in the house. And when you are in the house, these are small things you can look after. Start your day well. Start with some warm water and lime juice. Then do a few breathing exercises. There are some breathing exercises, Dr. Hari, you have always been advocating. I think you call it
smile breath awareness meditation.
correct,
Smile
correct,
breath
correct.
to improve
So
the
what it
smile
does
radiance.
at the beginning of the day, it calms your mind down, because during this period, a lot of people panic. They get very worried as well. So when you do this at the beginning of the day, it sets you up for the day. It calms your mind. When your mind becomes calm, you start thinking
Positive.
better, positively. Your thinking becomes better. You think positively and you try to frame out what you would like to do and not just let your time slide. And as far as your meals go, in addition to your 3 meals a day, have some snacking in between. And for the snacks, try to have some snacks every 2 hours. For the snacks, keep something healthy ready for yourself. Something like, melon seeds.
Dr. Shobha, I have one
Yes.
question because you said snack frequently, and you are the of course you're a diabetes specialist. But they say that the more you snack, the insulin keep jumping and jumping. So what is it a myth or what we read now?
No, what
There is so much
It's
about.
we
impossible.
have something to eat every 2 hours. That is because that keeps the sugar levels steady. So
But
when you
how about intermittent fasting?
suppose yeah, every 2 hours when you're eating something, your meals 3 times a day you have your meals. That's where the huge sugar spurts come in. But when you're having this little bit of a snack in between, the sugars which are going slightly lower, they raise up a little bit because you're not going to eat a huge quantity. They raise up a little bit and it takes the hunger pangs away, so that the next meal which you have, you're not going to gorge yourself on it. So suppose, see, what I usually advise during this period is you have some nuts, sprouts, and melon seeds. all these have immune boosters in them. See, our body also needs magnesium, zinc, amino acids, iron, and all this stuff. So these are the things which are going to raise your immune levels. And always have some drinks ready. And for our Indians, I think buttermilk is an extremely good thing. So I think it's been an age-old remedy in Indian households. Every household has curds with their meal. And it's a Western world who has just now realized how good it is for the body, and they put it into little cartons and sell it as a prebiotic, a probiotic. What happens is when you have buttermilk, it puts down the good bacteria into your gut. Well, at the end of the day, entire body is like a machine. Each part of the body talks to the other, literally talks to the other. So what you put into your stomach, that is what is going to be absorbed by your body. And different parts of the body need different stuff. At this moment, we need immunity. Like I said, breathing exercises, they are going to strengthen your lungs. So when we should not only be looking at the lockdown period. Once the lockdown is lifted, we're all going to be out there. But because the lockdown is lifted, it doesn't mean that COVID-19 has gone away. It is still around. The intensity has gone down. That's about it. So each and every individual has to take their own precautions. And that starts from building yourself right now. When you go out there, you're still going to be exposed. So when your immunity is good, your lung strength is good, then the probability of your getting affected by it will go down. So these are the things people should start thinking now. Because we have already been more than a month into the lockdown. And anytime the lockdown may be lifted because people are getting restless, the economy is going down. So there are so many things the government has to look into before they lift the lockdown. Right now, they are trying to stop the community spread. Community spread, it spreads from person to person. And that would become a huge problem in our country because the population is huge. The facilities are unfortunately on the lower side. Not everybody can afford so many things in life. So that has become a necessity. That's the reason the lockdown is being extended. But once the lockdown is removed, these are the problems which are going to come up. And also people who have been
Have for us.
Before answering this question, I want to appreciate Deepali ji as an anti-aging specialist. She looks very younger than her age, and so because we are all face is the index of the, and you create the the success for the woman is also depends on the beauty of the person. The beauty is determined not only by the outer but also the inner. Like what we call for the success, not only the intellect but also intuition, not only the head but also the heart. When it is combined, we'll have success in the life and also will have happiness. So we all know, as an aesthetic surgeon, we all know how to improve the external beauty. See how to have how to remove the dark circles, how to remove the so-called whatever the whatever we want to get rid of on the face or on the body externally. We are there to, as a doctors and aesthetic surgeons, we are there to look after. But beauty is also determined by the inner. So Roopali ji, you just tell what exactly is this inner beauty. Then I'll tell you how to improve the inner beauty through simple techniques, so that you will be beautiful not only outer but also the inner. We are all very, very beautiful, looking very, very beautiful. but more like beauty is your own self. And when you have that confidence, when you have that integrity, then only recognize that the person is out of the inner. What are all the things that determine? What are all the things inner beauty, and others can realize that we are beautiful inner.
Yeah. See, I think
Yes, ma'am.
in inner beauty, I strongly believe is compassion for each other. Okay, so if you put yourself in its next person situation, and you think that it is fine with you, whatever is happening or whatever the action is happening on the next person or individual or animal or anybody, if you are happy with that, if you think you are happy with that, if you understand his pain, is what the inner beauty. I think inner beauty is being sensible, compassionate, just not I will say that inner beauty is a strength actually. So if you have a strength to stand against which is wrong, for example, if someone is playing a victim, and without even thinking you go and stand with the victim because victim is crying and you feel compassion towards her or him, is what I feel is not inner beauty, it's inner foolishness. So inner beauty is basically a strength to understand, in Sanskrit they say Sat Sat Vivek Buddhi, you should know what is right and what is wrong. So if you know if that thing is wrong, for example, doctors keep treating the patient even if he's crying. That is also inner beauty because they have the strength, because they know that they're going to cure that patient. So with that commitment, they keep treating them. But if on other hand, though mother loves her child, she cannot see the child crying. So it's all about Sat Sat Vivek Buddhi, and that is, I think, the inner beauty. It's a compassion and inner strength. So it comes in many ways. So that is the inner beauty for me. And as at Mrs. India, we say that we don't look for models; we make role models. So we don't concentrate on the fitness. We definitely concentrate on fitness, but at the same time, we make sure that we don't body shame people under the name of fitness, because there's so many reasons that they are not fit. So that is what I feel, the inner beauty and external beauty.
Yes, a fit body, the fit mind.
Definitely.
And, there's one thing I have been observing during this crisis, that the compassion of people has come back.
Yes.
We see people coming out and helping so in such a big way. So they have started thinking about others in a
Yeah.
huge way. So that is one thing which has happened, and then starting to think about back to nature. People have always been in a hurry, running here, running there, keeping busy with so many other things, which are not really that useful. Everyone is doing it, let us do it. That had been the way they were doing things. So these are some positive things which are coming out of this lockdown. The understanding of people, of others' necessities has increased. The compassionate nature is coming back. So hopefully that will remain even after the lockdown is lifted and goes on and on for some time.
Wonderful, wonderful. Deepaji, as the director of Mrs. India pageant, and most of the time, those who are crowned, they will do a lot of service activities, what we call compassionate activities. But
Yes.
see, you observed and you have seen many crowns. Okay, you also made many mahilas or many women crowns, and you have observed doing at the present lockdown period, because they are all confined to their homes. If you see, they're all sharing the food, and also those who are frontline fighters, they're all providing the equipment and the support. If you see the celebrities, even they're all speaking and motivating and also applauding, appreciating the and what are various compassionate and or motivating actors, motivating activities, the so-called already crowned people, crowned women, they are doing during lockdown. What is your vision? because we really require, see the beauty, see the beauty it is appreciated both by men and women. As a man, I really appreciate the beauty of the person, and also as a doctor I appreciate it. But now the real beauty lies in as you said, the compassion, motivation, okay, for the people, those who are, see, everybody are happy when we move around, when we are with the people, but they're all confined to their home. What are all the best measures the crown are doing nowadays to motivate, like celebrities, what they are doing, and they are all pumping the okay, motivation. Yes, what all the things.
Yeah. The first thing is, Mrs. India, we as a Mrs. India is very much connected. So even though it's a Eastern years queen, the former queens, we all are connected, and we have a group, and we made sure that everyone is donating, because in this pandemic, the best help I personally feel is no help than funding the government, because there's lots of funding goes into helping the people, because this pandemic is something like total economic slowdown. So we have encouraged everyone. We did not ask how much you are donating. You donate with your capacity and with your will. So that is the first thing. As a Mrs. India, we encouraged, and we Mrs. India also have done that. From organization point of person, as a Mrs. India, we have donated PPs directly wherever it is required to the doctors and all. And we have identified few COVID-19 fighters, and we are going to give again donations to them. And it is not now, every year we do this. We find one or two people who actually need help. So we know them personally. Like last year, one lady who herself is a tribal, but she adopted a girl child who was actually abandoned by her parents. So, we find them. Before that, there was also one more health worker. So we go to their home and we give the, whatever they required in their house. I just go and see in their house what is missing, and I give them that thing, because, most of the times they sell out or they use the money in some other form, and then we give them funds. So this year we have identified, after doing all these, the donations, we have identified few heroes. One hero that I would like to speak is recently in Bhubaneswar AIIMS, there was one health worker. So I think he was the person who's supposed to clean and all. He was not, he was from the housekeeping, I think. And people, the staff, the actual staff of AIIMS, they said that we are not going to enter into, I think you must be also knowing the story, that we are not going to enter into the quarantine ward. So he single-handedly cleaned everything. So we have identified him, we have posted his story, we made a video of his story, we have shared it on the Facebook. And once this lockdown is going to go down, we are going to meet him personally, say thanks, and do whatever we can do, So that is the one appreciating. And what the women as ladies are doing is they're sitting at home and not and making sure the family is not going out of the home. The people are happy. They can entertain or engage people. Doing the videos, doing the what you call recently one of our state director have made the video on importance of sanitizing the hands. So we are doing the videos, we are posting, we are doing cooking videos. So we are actually doing in 360. It's not only, the mouth surveys, we're doing the asking people stay at home, or just making the videos and keeping people entertained. So that's not the case. We have done the donations, we have done the PP donations, and we have identified some heroes. So we are, as an organization, we are very much connected, and we are doing every possible activity in our capacity, staying back at home.
Yes, wonderful. As a leader of a beauty pageant, what I felt now is I regularly conduct with the doctors, because when the preventive health passes through the doctors, it will have a lot of impact. Most of the time, yes, non-medical people and non-intellectuals are compassionately helping the people. But through these programs, I am making all the doctors to speak. Most of the times, doctors focuses on the curative health, giving medicines and doing surgeries, and they won't have, they are very, very serious in dealing their health activity, because they're all action oriented people, not worldly or word oriented people. But I am making all the doctors to speak about the preventive health. But after listening to you, I felt through you, all the crowns or those who are in the beauty field, they can also contribute and motivate, because
Yes.
people always
Not
see
that
a woman as a sign of the
the
beauty, but
concept
they're
of
all
has
Karaneshu
been
Mantri. That means
that
they have high word power. High word power. When it goes through a beautiful people, definitely it will have impact. I'll plan after seeing you. Okay, ma'am. So, as a doctor, what do you say? See, because the government is doing lot of creating lot of awareness, and definitely when we compare with other countries, India is doing the best during the lockdown, and there is every possibility of extending the lockdown period, and we are very ready. Of course, I'll tell you how to beautify your inner, so that how to relax yourself, rejuvenate yourself by simple breathing techniques in the middle of our program. Why? Because COVID attacks on the respiratory system, but if you make your respiratory system very immune, so that you can prevent the disease, and if you, for example, we don't know who is going to succumb the disease, if they succumb is how to build up the self confidence so that they can overcome, because immunity, we all know, it comes with it is improved by the rest, but sleep also induces the better immunity, but it requires 6 to 8 hours a sleep like state, a rejuvenating relaxing exercises, the breathing exercises or meditation, it can definitely do that. I'll introduce it. So as a doctor, what are all the measures you would like to say additionally, so that whatever the government is unable to do it, because you day in and out you see the life, okay, you know more about the life, okay, we have we motivated many patients to come out of their very severe illnesses, even though there is dreadful illnesses, simple touch of ourselves, simple smile of ourselves, and the motivating words will definitely will add life to the crisis individuals who are severely ill. Okay, so what are all the additional things you would like to say, especially to not only to utilize the lockdown period, but also to improve themselves holistically? Yes, Dr. Ji.
Yeah, I think meditation and exercise has to be a part of your life now. Most people cannot meditate for a long period. 10 minutes is sufficient, 15 minutes is sufficient. And as far as exercises go, since you cannot go out, my diabetic patients have always been into schedule of exercises. Now, since they cannot go out, do something in the house. Try to exercise for at least 15 to 20 minutes. I would advise for 30 minutes, but if you cannot do that, even if you're got only a small space, repetitious walking around the place. See, everyone goes jogging outside and they put the music and jog outside. Just stick some earphones in your ears and then do the same thing in the house.
Wonderful,
That
wonderful.
make it more pleasant for you and you won't even realize you're doing the exercises. So these are the small things they can change.
Wonderful.
And like I said, the diet also has to take precedence now. And thought of what you're going to do when you're going out. These are the few things you have to keep on repeating to yourself. You have to get that awareness in yourself to keep yourself ready for coming out of the lockdown. Because now cases are going down and you're going to be out of it, and there's no need to panic or stress, because such sort of things have happened earlier also, and the world has survived. They've all come out of it, and luckily, like you said,
I have one question for Dr. Hari.
Yes, yes.
I hope that is
sure.
Yeah. So what you think, like, see, we all are going, every day we are going through the mental stress, and it's going to increase now because, economy is down. We don't have the domestic help. So mentally, physically, definitely we are stressed. That is, no matter how much we say that we are relaxing and all that, it is that pressure is mounting on us, right? So as a motivational speaker or as a doctor, what do you think that how can we really manage that pressure, especially for the yeah.
Yes, mental health is the root, physical health is the fruit. Okay,
Yes,
So
yes.
if you focus on wealth, you can acquire the wealth. If you focus on some study, definitely you can master that subject. So in the same
Yes.
way, if you focus on your mind, you can master your life. So I want to ask one question to the viewers. Where is the location of the mind? If you know the location of the mind, you can catch hold of it. For example, Deepali is if you want to become Miss India, whom should we consult? Deepali. If you consult Deepali, Deepali can tell you how to become Miss India. If not in this year, next year also we can try. In the same way, if you want to master your mind, you must know the location of the mind. My question to all the viewers is, where is the location of the mind? Yes, you can. Deepali and ma'am, you can also answer it. Where is it located? Where is it located? The mind.
Simpali has just come out.
Where is the location of the mind? Deepali.
I think location of mind is in heart. I mean, near to the heart.
Very good. I think you frequently watch love movies, and people
No.
who watch love movies, Maine Pyar Kiya, Dil
Now let us hear it from you, Dr.
and as a surgeon, we operated in the hearts and also assisted the heart surgeries. It is not located either in the ventricles or auricles. Okay, so usually people will say that it is in the soul, is in the heart, our mind is in the heart. So we did all the surgeries. It is not there. So where is the next location? Guess it. So it is not there in the. It is not there in the heart. No. I am asking you, Deepali.
In the brain.
You say it is breath. Is it not in the head? Is it not in the brain? People always think that my mind is connected with the brain. But if I ask the location of the brain, some people will say it is in the elbow, some people in the feet, some people they will say skull, because brain exists in different areas. No, even we operated in those areas, it is not located. But as Deepaliji said, if you hold your breath, the function of the mind is to produce the thoughts. No, we all know that if you think very positive, you will positive results will come. If you think negative, you will have negative results. For the function of the breath, if you hold your breath, as Deepali said, if you hold the breath, the function of the mind, that is production of the thoughts, will reduce. Let us hold our breath. Let's the mind and breath are interlinked. That's why I designed one of my 18 techniques. One of my 18 techniques is smile breath awareness. Today I want to share this technique to all of you so that you can improve the smile. Most of the people will have income tax paying face. Of course, we three have a smiling face, but many people will have instead of inspiring face, income tax paying face will have. They will have very serious face. We all know only 14 muscles are required for the smile, and the 41 muscles are required to frown. Okay, so I'll improve today in this session. I'll improve your smile and also the glow, radiance in the face. Do you want to have all the viewers?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm
Yes.
looking
Okay.
forward for the year to have that demo
Yes.
from you.
If you do this technique, your mind will calm down, because we all know that mind always waver and wander, and it will go around all the unnecessary things, and we won't bother about ourselves. But during lockdown, we understood that we had to take care of ourselves. We had to focus on ourselves. When you really want to create the change outside, better to have change here. So breath will change your life, change your mind. Let us do this exercise, very simple exercise. Let us do for 3 minutes. Usually I do this exercise for 10 to 15 minutes. You will have, if you do this exercise, you will have wonderful sleep. See, most of the times our laziness is also increasing during lockdown. So how to improve, how to come out of the comfort zone?
People are having sleep problems, and that is growing.
Sleep problems. And second thing is, when I practiced this technique, I was very hard worker during my MBBS period. Once I practiced this with smart work, we all know not hard work, smart work. Of course, Mrs. India is not a hard work the department. It is also a very smart work department. So here you can do many things in a smarter way. And if you do this session, real beauty. 4 times short
Yes.
breaths, with long breaths, with closed eyes. 4 times short breaths, fifth breath observation improves your natural smile, natural living. How to use own inner, just go on doing these cycles, repeat it. 4 times short breaths, fifth long breaths, for your own health, own joy. Breath mastery is life mastery. Continue. 4 times short breaths, fifth long breaths. As you are doing so, your smile on your face is increased. 4 times short breaths, fifth long breaths. Till the end, close your eyes. 4 times short breaths, fifth long breaths. You have great power, great energy with it. Realize it with breath observation. Continue. You can also have background music, light music, when you are doing alone. If you learn properly, there is no need for any trainer further. 4 times short breaths, 5th long breaths. And sound should be there. 5th one. Yes. 5 cycles over, another for your own health, for your own inner peace, for your own vibrance, for your own creativity and energy. 4 times short breaths, 5th long breaths. Without opening the eyes, how are you feeling? Ma'am, Shobha ma'am, how are you feeling? Deepali ji.
Feel more relaxed.
Very good.
Very
Excellent. Last 2 cycles. After that, take long breaths alone. No 4 shots, 1 long breath. All breaths are long breathings. Shift from disease to ease, to become more peaceful, more tranquil, more creative, more intuitive. Observe your normal breath, how the breath is going in and coming out. Last 30 seconds, as the breath is going in and out, you are becoming very, very light, very, very comfortable, very, very energetic, very relaxed. And the smiles on the face are increasing with each breath, filling every cell of you, every part of you is smiling with light, power, and peace. Your body is full of light, full of smiles, full of peace, and you are radiating this smiles into the surroundings. Last 10 seconds, filling your house. Whole family members are smiling because of you. You are radiating the peace, joy, spreading into the city where you are residing, spreading into the state, all the states, whole nation is smiling because of you. You are radiating the smiles into all the nations, whole globe is smiling peacefully, joyfully, powerfully. You are radiating to the whole cosmos. You are so happy, so joyful, blissful, and you are the source of peace. You are the source of joy, source of energy, wherever you are. And slowly, slowly, keep palms over your eyes. In this beautiful state of bliss, make namaskar with closed eyes. Especially the medical fraternity, doctors, nurses, paramedics, police, and all the society cleaners. journalists, all the principal people, and thank all the people who are helping you during this lockdown in the home, your spouse, kids, and thank all the individuals, all the things giving joy to you. Say thanks to it, express gratitude with all the happiness and joy. Slowly, slowly, by keeping palms over your eyes, slowly, slowly open your eyes with smile. Yes, madam, how are you feeling?
Feeling very light.
Wow, wonderful. You are glowing, spreading will feel very, very happy. See, we are not only our personality is beautiful, but our world will stand. Sure, you
Yes,
can.
yes. Definitely. In fact, we call it a timeless beauty, so anti-aging is something definitely we need. And if you can help us with the techniques, I think there's nothing like that. That will be
Sure,
opportunity.
I love to share because when you share any of your wisdom, motivation, your heart will be very, very good. Those who appreciate others, those who share, such people are have less incidence of the heart attacks.
Wow.
Exercise the body when your mind is when see this is more in the people very conservative, those who won't share anything with other people. So such people, they will have the pressure in the heart that will ultimately lead to heart attacks. When we do this sort of the exercises, all your pent up of emotions, the suppressed, repressed emotions, you can address, and also you can convert this all the negative thoughts into positive one. And if you really want, what is the age of your child, Deepali ji?
She is 6 now. She will be 7 by July.
Okay. With this relaxation, I'll take you to see how he will be in 25 years. How he will be in 30 years.
Wow.
Okay? And then you will understand, oh, even I am not going to have any impact during COVID crisis. I will have a very beautiful world in the future. I can make everything. That's sort of the confidence. See, we don't know. Future is uncertain, but your present responsibility in the present moment can shape your future. So like this, these are some of the techniques I'll teach you. I think I felt not only madam, and we do lot of things in the future. I know it. Even though the will be, but you as an even though you are non-medical, I felt that you are as a compassionate lives. I felt it. I love to share all these these people, not only the outer beautiful but also
That's really
wonderful,
nice.
wonderful. Yes, madam. Yeah, on COVID crisis.
Coming back to COVID crisis. Yeah.
Anything on the COVID crisis you want to share, or any question you want to ask, or anything you want to specifically
See,
say?
we are being inundated with so much advice about COVID crisis. So whenever I talk about it, I try to keep it minimalistic and lighthearted. So basically, thing is, people don't panic. Things are gonna get better. Take this time to sort yourself out. Sort out your daily life. Sort out how you're going to spend the rest of your life. The pace of life need not be as hectic as you have made it all these years. Try to change a little bit, slow down a bit, and when you go out, we are talking about strengthening your lungs. Go green. Extend the try to work for improving the lung space we are having outside. Think of the pollution levels we are causing in the country. I think Mrs. India had this textile pollution as a something they wanted to talk about. So that's a huge problem in our country, in every country. So reuse, recycle what you have. We don't need those huge quantities of clothes we are buying. As soon as we see an advertisement, we rush and buy something. As soon as we see some new food joint, we want to rush there and have a lot of food there. So think on slowing these things down. It's going to go a long way.
Minimalization.
Not time on your hands now to think on these. So that would be my message to people.
Wonderful. Deepali ji, any other questions you want to shoot, or anything you want to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, after this program, actually, I had to motivate the AIIMS, Delhi, the COVID
Yes.
positive and also the quarantine, those who are in the quarantine. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
I understood
Yes.
that we are going to
Do that.
a lot
What
in
are the
the.
type of exercise? What are the
Yes,
type of exercise
carry
you
on.
would advise for people in quarantine? Dr. Hari.
I think Dr. Hari, we have lost.
No, no,
I mean, yeah.
actually, this. Uh, oh, okay. So,
Okay.
not used. Definitely, they are going to become. Whenever it used, we are going to lose the function of it. Mostly the body is the muscles
Exactly.
and the joints. So make your muscles stretched and relaxed. Okay, a stretch and relaxing exercises. Okay, we all know Surya Namaskars will definitely make you. And if you want, we'll also
Yes,
share you very simple
for the
exercises
people who may
advised
not
by
be able.
orthopedicians, especially the lower limbs and the back. So all these muscles, if you make stretched and relaxed, definitely they will be very good. And all the joints you should make say mobile, so that they won't go into rigidity. All our asanas described in the this is not available have to chairs facing each other in a wife and husband. Okay, these complaints are why?
You're
Because
just off in between.
whatever I said, see, moving and creating an infinite symbol or eight around two chairs in a northeast direction. So it requires a very limited space, but you can walk. But this simple walk is 10 times more powerful. It bounds for yin yang energies. And you
Okay.
knock yourself, you can
It's
do some
breaking
dance.
up quite
And
a bit.
breathing exercise, whatever I said, definitely oxygen, it will to all the organs. Okay,
Yeah,
this is what
I
very
work
simple
with a lot
methods.
of women for women empowerment, and I work with children in the urban slums. And most of the time, these are some of the things I incorporate in my advices to them,
Very
because a
good.
little bit of exercise, a little bit of tranquility has always got to be added in. It
Yes.
focuses your thoughts better. So these are the messages I always take to them whenever I'm talking with them and when I'm working with them. And simple things is even when you're not talking, when you're working along with them, you do something they tend to follow, especially children. In the urban slums, children are very disadvantaged compared to the rest of the cities. So I work a lot with them, and they follow what you do. So you need to give them examples while you're doing things along with them. They accept it much better, and always make things a little bit easier. Simple things. Don't go into elaborate things. Simple things. It's easier for people to follow and accept. So I think
Deepavali, I want to hear your journey,
Yeah.
journey of success.
Can you come again? Your voice is pausing in between.
Your
he said like,
journey of success, successful journey.
Mhm. So you want me to speak about my journey?
More
yeah.
about more journey, making Mrs.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
I think there is a signal problem, so I just going in the search of the signal.
We are
Yeah.
here. Okay.
So yeah, see my journey I am basically, a software professional, engineering graduate. I worked for
Wonderful.
IT around for 12 years, and
Wonderful.
I was as an IT professional. I actually led a very successful life. But then, there are some dreams that I wanted to fulfill. Especially when it comes that you always look for validations. So I wanted to become, I wanted to have a title on my head, and it definitely empowers you. So I'm the first Indian to be crowned as Mrs. Asia International. So it started in 2012, like 8 years back, where married women's pageant was actually a rare thing, the rarest thing 8 years back. In 8 years, things changed a lot. So I think that is what my first success is, that I was very talented, beautiful, and all that. But so does there's so many ladies out there who are like Dr. Shobha. But what makes Dr. Shobha, winner of Super Classic Mrs. India is, I think, her attitude. Her dare to come out, and allow herself to be judged. I tell you, people say that don't judge, don't judge. But the toughest thing is allow yourself to judge with the people who you don't know. You don't know what is their expertise. You know that you are best in your field. You are leading your life. You are the master of your vehicle, but still you allow people to judge you is what takes. And I think that is what made her winner of Super Classic Mrs. India. And I tell you, the answer given by Dr. Shobha was the best answer among whatever they asked. So, of course, she's a doctor, but I think, sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to speak for my queen.
You can share
Thank you so much.
what is the best answer she has given for the question.
Yeah, so we asked the question, so what makes what profession is the most important profession if you allow your child to select any profession. So we give them the options: the farmers, the Bollywood actor, or army, defense personnel, or a businessman. Dr. Shobha gave a very wonderful answer. She said, I would like to choose for a business person because economy is very important. If taxes are not there, who is going to fund the defense? Who is going to take care of the, farmers? So definitely the stronger economy is important. Now today we understand the importance of what answer Dr. Shobha gave, right? We are all struggling on the economy. So economy is, her answer was very logical, and I think she is the only one who gave the answer that I wanted.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful to hear. And the viewers are also very, very much interested to know the best answers given by earlier crowns or earlier queens.
Earlier queens, most of
Some
the times are
answers. Okay, you can all share at the. Yes, yes. Yes, madam.
Yeah, so you asked me something?
No, usually viewers are more interested to know what are all the best answers you heard in your career? Because you are the
Yes, yes.
director. Huh? Okay.
So, yeah, this was the best answer. The
How
another
I
best
am
answer was
dressed,
the fun.
how I am looking, but the inner beauty is the way how we deal the crisis, what we are, how we are dealing the crisis now shows our integrity.
Actually.
Yes, yes, yes. Journey of
It's breaking up a lot.
journey. And I thank Deepali and our Shobha ma'am. I had to attend one more session.
Yeah, it was
I'm motivating the
lovely interacting with you and discussing so many things together.
I take leave.
Sure.
I take leave. Varna anchor will join you and she will take over. Thank you, Deepali.
Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
thank you, doctor. It was nice talking
You
to
can
you.
share. You can share my smile breath meditation to all your friends and your community, and you can. We both can do so many activities through the successful crowns, and we can during this lockdown daily we can motivate the people. Okay, thank you very much. We wish
Thank you.
all the best for both of them.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
Is someone else coming? The anchor is
Uh,
the anchor
I'm
is
not able
supposed
to see now. 1 minute, huh?
to.
I think we can just where is the call? Oh my God. Where the call disappeared. 1 minute. Ah, okay. Yeah, so I think Dr. Shobha, we can also just log off, isn't it?
Yes. I think we can wind it up. So it was very nice. I was it was I was thinking that Dr. Hari's presence would be very useful for all our
Yes.
viewers also. So they can all them. I think they will all be seeing these exercises. They can try them out.
We
And
will try this definitely for our page.
yes, definitely. So all the best again in the coming up pageant, and we can get together and make some programs like this again later on as the
Yes.
time goes.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to come to Hyderabad and do some programs. So once everything comes back to normal, I'll travel to Hyderabad and then we'll have some activity.
Yes, and my diary is still waiting.
Oh
I
yes,
can
I know. I have to pick my diary.
you have to pick your diary. So
Sure.
let's leave everyone with the message that yes, take care of yourselves.
Yes.
You take care of your health, improve your immunity while you're in this lockdown. Think about how we are going to deal with it once you come out. And there's one more message I would really like to say. Once you go out of the lockdown, all the ladies, everyone has dupattas. Wrap yourself up well, your hair, your ears, your neck, and everything. A pair of glasses, they're good to go. And yes, let us keep doing this. Bye. Very nice interacting with you. And if you have any
Same.
message to give them right now,
Yes, perfect. Okay, doctor. Chalo, bye.
bye.
Take care. Bye.